Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Watcher One channel. As requested by many, I'm going into an in-depth review of this beautiful watch, the Steinhart Ocean 39 GMT Premium 500. This is simply an attempt to give you my personal impressions and my review regarding this watch without losing too much time on the facts. You can look them up on the Steinhart website, but still, as a basic information, it is a stainless steel watch. It has a diameter of 39. Of course, it's called 39, so it's 39 millimeters in diameter. It has a height of 13 millimeters. It weighs around 160 grams, depending on how many links you still have on your bracelet after it is sized. It has a very standard lug width of 20 millimeters, so it's very easy to get straps for this watch. It has a sapphire crystal that is slightly domed, and it has double anti-reflective coating, so it's very legible, the entire dial. It has a ceramic bezel in a two-tone blue and black, also referred as the Batman. And on the back you also find sapphire crystal and see-through case back with sapphire crystal, which is actually pretty nice, rather unusual on a dive watch configuration, but still nice to have. The watch is waterproof to 50 atmospheres, which means it's 500 meters water resistant. It has super luminova on the indices as well on the hands, meaning the seconds hand, the minutes hand, the hour hand, as well as the GMT hand, which is very nice. It has this date window at the 6 o'clock position, and this is actually the basic information. Let's get to the first impressions. When I unboxed it, I mean, the whole unboxing experience was very nice. You can look at my very short unboxing. It came with this usually, to my taste, very nice leather box, and as well with some chocolate, some Christmas chocolate. Very nice. I ordered in December, so this is just very thoughtful of them to put a little chocolate in the box. I mean, it's not necessary, but it's nice that they think of it, and it didn't disappoint me. I've owned the Steinhart 39 green, and I was already impressed by the build quality, especially if I compare it to other homage watches like the Devosa. Devosa is, and this is my personal opinion, highly overpriced. For example, the Devosa GMT Master clone, which is basically or homage, it costs like 1,200, 300, 1,300 euros, whereas this is 690 euros. This is not, I mean, both watches are comparable. I got the Devosa in my hands and it was like the standard Devosa, but with GMT functionality, but it's not worth the price. I mean, I'm not Devosa bashing or whatsoever here. The Steinhart is just very nice. If you look at the bracelet, it's pretty stiff. It has screws, which I really like. I know this whole pin system is also secure when it comes to especially Seikos, but I simply like those screws. The clasp is nicely machined, the scissor style clasp and not a stamped clasp. It looks like more quality to me, but it's just my personal preference. The clasp is very stiff, and I also like the fact that it has brushed as well at this high polished security fold over clasp. This is what I really like. So what else? Let me put the watch on the wrist, and I must say it shouldn't be smaller. It's a 39 millimeters. I have a 7-inch wrist. Probably looks a little bit bigger on the video. I don't know why, but it looks a little bit bigger on the video. But I wish it was like 1.5 millimeters larger. I know it's just like it's a small difference, but a little bit larger would be nice. The bigger version, the 42 millimeter, which is made out of titanium, wouldn't be an option for me, because the lug to lug width is pretty impressive and they are straight. So if you look at it from the side, it's already very large on my 7-inch wrist, so 42 millimeters would be too big. So like 40 millimeters would be great, but I mean, still, it looks good. I like it. This is why I bought it. And yeah, the overall experience is just very good. I mean, if you rotate the bezel, it has 120 clicks. It has just a very nice pinch, and the feeling is just perfect. It depends whether your fingers are sweaty or not, or dry or not, whether it is very easy or just easy to rotate the bezel or not. I don't think that it is too stiff. At least with my model, I was lucky. It rotates easily, it's precise, and because even though it's a GMT watch, I know it should be rotatable to the left as well as so clockwise and counterclockwise, but in this case it's like a regular dive bezel. It only turns anti-clockwise, and still it can be used as a timer if you use the minuterie on the réau of the watch. You can time your eggs that you're cooking, whatever, and you still have the ability to keep track of a third time zone. In my case, I have the GMT on New York City time, so it's like 9:05 in the morning in New York, whereas it is in Germany 3:05. So definitely nothing I need. I'm not a traveler, but it's a neat function. And yeah, and the thing about the bezel, where I actually came from, was that it gets smudges easily, it gets dirty easily, and get these fingerprints because of the ceramic. If you have problems with this is probably not the perfect material for you. You should stick with aluminum, but still, it's just nice. It's long lasting. It's very robust. You don't get scratches into it, and I don't think you will shatter it easily. The dome crystal is very nice. The way the light plays with the dial, and how the light is actually like broken here, and you can see the indices. So it's very nice, and it's highly legible. Those hands, I really like them. Some people refer to them as Lego style hands. Of course, they remind me of these Lego swords you had when you played like with the knights of the Lego toys. But it's very, very legible, even in low light. Even if it is not entirely loomed up, it's very easy to read. Actually, more legible than the Speedmaster, for example. And yeah, I really like this indices, that they're just like more or less printed on the dial. It reminds me of the Seiko SKX, very, very legible. And I think Steinhart really created something of their own here. Of course, it has roots going back to the Rolex GMT Master, no question about that. But still, if you look at the hand set, the seconds hand, pretty easy. Yeah, no Mercedes hands, and the date on the 6 o'clock position. I think the whole watch looks very balanced. The only criticism I actually have regarding the dial and the look is the print. I would have like preferred to only have GMT 500 here, and not the meters and not the dot. So it would have had a triangular shape that would be in line with the triangular index on the 12 o'clock position. That would have been nice if they would have done this, but still, I think it's very nice. The color actually is it's a deep blue. It has hints of purple, but you won't like get confused whether it's purple or blue. It's definitely a blue, but there is, I think, some purple in it. At least I can see it. Also, the font of the numerals is very nice. And yeah, actually, I'm talking way too much already, but let's come to the movement. The movement is either an ETA 2893/2 or a Sellita SW 330, either in the premium or the elaborate version. So you can see, I'm sorry, it's nicely decorated, some perlage work. They have a custom rotor, and I really like that they cut out this Steinhart crown, and that they use the gold color. So actually, I think for the money, very nice. Actually, I wouldn't have needed. I would have like preferred to be a little bit thinner and not to have this see-through case back. But especially if it's like your only watch, or you don't already have a see-through case back watch, this is definitely something to look at. It's not ugly at all. The crown is easy to operate. The way to power the watch, to wind it, is very smooth and very easy. You can almost hear it. It's very, very quiet. It's of course a screw-in crown, helping it with the waterproofness, and also sign crown, very nice machine, the Steinhart. This is probably the second thing I would have changed. I would have get rid of this like extension here and to cut the crown there, so it wouldn't be sticking out that far out of the watch. But it's not a problem at all. I don't have problems with the crown sticking against the back of my hand. It's just a very nice experience. I really like that it tapers from 20 millimeters to 60 millimeters on the clasp. I must say I really like this watch. I don't say already that it is a keeper, because you wouldn't like trust me. You know that I'm a flipper, but it's hard to actually get a watch, a GMT watch with a date window, with a ceramic bezel, with a nice bracelet for at such a price point. As I said, I think the Devosa costing almost twice as much as this watch isn't worth the money. This is just my personal opinion. This is actually, I think, the best you can get, especially if you don't want to have a very close homage to the GMT Master. If you don't want to have a Mercedes hands, you can really easily get bored of them. At least is what I have experienced. This watch I can just really recommend, and I think Steinhart could easily sell this watch up to €1,000. This is what I think. I think it's definitely a watch I would also have paid up to 900 to €1,000. It's good that they sell them for 690, but they already raised them, I think, from 660 to 690 in the last year, and I think it's good chance. The chances are good that they won't get to €740 probably next year. So I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, leave some comments, leave some criticism. I know I'm not a native speaker, so I have some problems lacking words and confusing the grammar. But still, I'm really happy that I have already a kind of audience out there, almost 1,000 subscribers. And I wish you, again, Merry Christmas, or whatever you believe in, celebrate it. And I wish you all the best in the next year, 2020. See you next time.